Look at all those stamps. These are really old-fashioned stamps, and a lot of them have presidents of the United States on them. So I thought this would be a fun thing to learn. Some stamps have, this is Benjamin Franklin. He wasn't a president, but he signed the Declaration of Independence, and he was there at the beginning of the United States of America. So here's a number one, a 1 cent stamp. These, if you had to go to the post office and buy stamps, you would have to pay for them. So each number here shows you how much the stamp costs, okay? So that's a 1 cent stamp and a 2 cent stamp. You know that guy, George Washington. This, I think, is Andrew Jackson. He's on the 3 cent stamp. Here's a 4 cent stamp, Grant, and here's Abraham Lincoln. He's on the 5 cent stamp. He's also on a 5 cent nickel. That's clever. Here's a 6 cent stamp. I don't know who that is. I have to read that closely. I don't know what that says. I have to look. Oh, Garfield. It says Garfield, not the cat Garfield. So here we start over again with 1 cent stamps, 2 cent, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we might play some games and you'll cut up those stamps because they aren't real. You could not put these on a real letter. The mailman would, the post office would not let you mail that because you didn't pay for these. These are just pictures. Here is a list, a picture of all the presidents up to Lyndon Johnson, all the presidents and their own stamps. And let's see if I have another set of stamps for you to show. Oh, these are cool. Here's a stamp for Earth Day. Here's a stamp saying how wonderful it was that we landed on the moon with the astronauts. This one is cool. This is called the Inverted Jenny, and that's an airplane, but it's printed upside down. The word U.S. postage and 24 cents is right side up, but they made a mistake on the printing machine and they made the airplane upside down, and there aren't very many of them. It's so rare that this stamp that costs 24 cents is now $1,593,000. It's 100 years old, but if you found one of those, it would be worth $1 million. And then here's some baseball stamps. There's Yogi Berra and Babe Ruth, and just, I don't know, some baseball player, and Jackie Robinson. So when you buy stamps, or when mom or dad buy stamps at the post office, you could see what kind of pictures they have on the stamps. All right, so that's our stamp package for you. And I might have some other little surprises in there for you too. All right, here's a book about the post office. Ta-da! Delivering your mail. Many people in your community have jobs helping others. What do mail carriers do? There he is. Might be a lady, might be a man. Mail carriers sort the mail and deliver it. Drive the mail truck. The mail carrier delivers letters and even birthday presents. And he says, "Are you Susan?" She must be celebrating her birthday. Mail carriers always make sure the mail gets to the right place. That's why he doesn't want to give that package to somebody who it doesn't belong to. So he's checking her name. The mail carrier delivers your Valentines. Will you make sure this gets to Grandma? She put a little heart on that. And she brings you some Valentines too. So somebody sent this little boy a Valentine. A mail carrier drives a truck with the steering wheel on the same side as the curb. So usually if you were driving, you would be on that side, but the mail carrier is on that side so they can put the mail in your mailbox. That makes it easier for them. This is the mailbox where you put the mail in and they pick it up from here and take it to the post office. And this is the mailbox by your house. Maybe you have one actually on the side of your house, but some people have it on the road. Mail carriers walk from house to house and store to store. So they bring the mail to people. This man is saying, "Are there any letters for me?" Yeah, he's giving him some mail. And they deliver to the store also. A mail carrier delivers through snow and sometimes rain. No matter what the weather, they have to bring you their mail. The mail carrier always follows a route. So he's coming from the post office down around to each house and then putting it in the mailboxes there. And we'll take a map of the streets by your house, and we'll draw the route maybe even all the way to Peacock. That would be cool. Mail carriers go to homes in the city. This is like an apartment building where there's more than one person in the building, so they have more than one mailbox all lined up. And out in the country by the farm, you have to drive. The mail carrier has to drive pretty far to get on each farm. Everywhere, mail carriers deliver the mail. Oh, that girl's lucky. She lives on the beach. And the mail carrier is wearing shorts because it must be hot there. Haha. That's it. Whoa. This is some other facts we'll talk about. Oh, when the United States was very young, they didn't have cars or anything. The mail carriers were on a horse. This is a bunch of history about mail carriers. The end. Well, that's interesting. And this is getting long, so I'll put we'll read another book when I see you, but I have a couple more mail carrier books and some president books. And we'll have a good time talking about all the people in our community that help us. So long.